Joshua Cragg. I'm currently in second year studying business management with marketing at Leeds Beckett University. This is my applied management practice assessment part 2, and in this PowerPoint I'll be discussing my personal development plan along with my experiences throughout the last year. I'll also be discussing the current state of the graduate job market. First of all, the current state of the graduate job market. Due to COVID-19 over the last year, this has caused a negative effect on the graduate job market. This has been due to the uncertainty from the government with lockdowns and rule changes happening every month or every week. Research conducted in December 2020 shows the number of graduates recruited was 12.3% lower than 2019, the largest annual fall in graduate recruitment at the UK's top employers for 11 years. This can be explained through the increase of people working from home and lack of support in offices. Therefore, it is increasingly difficult for employers to bring on new graduates due to not having the ability to train them effectively over a computer screen. Alongside this, the graduate market is now more competitive than ever, as the pandemic has been over for a year now with large amounts of people in search for work, with over 5.6% of the UK population unemployed. This therefore suggests that the graduate market is in decline due to uncertainty from COVID-19, as businesses don't want to take on the risk of taking on new employees when lockdowns may still occur, which could slow down cash flow for some businesses. Secondly, activities I have completed throughout the year. All self-assessments listed below have allowed me to identify my strengths and weaknesses, to which I use to create my SWOT analysis and personal development plan around Easter time. In Activity 1, it allowed me to conduct an in-depth analysis of the current graduate and undergraduate market and what skills and competencies are necessary to be deemed suitable for an employer. To which, in Activity 2, I listed the competencies needed and scored myself out of 10, and then placed them in RAG groups in Activity 3 to be able to spot my areas of improvement. In Activity 4, I conducted a skills analysis with the help of my 2 family members, allowing me to best judge each skill rating to match my personality type. In Activity 5, it allowed me to classify myself into Belbin's team's roles, with my most dominant team type being a completer finisher, who ensures that the team is protected as far as possible from mistakes of communication or omission, actively searches for aspects of work which needs more than usual degree of attention, and maintains a sense of urgency within the team. Along with that, in Activity 6, I then completed a Johari window exercise with my work colleagues at Curry's PC World, to which we agreed upon 4 personality traits for me from a list of words which are caring, organised, reliable and positive. These self-assessments, including Activities 7, 8 and 9, have allowed me to conduct a SWOT analysis of my key strengths and weaknesses alongside any opportunities and threats that I may face in the future. In this slide, you'll see my SWOT analysis of my self-assessments, which highlight my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. My key strengths are working with technology, understanding a wide range of software, caring, organised, reliable, positive, an extrovert and managing ambiguity. Whereas my weaknesses are negotiation, grammatically incorrect, commitment to independent learning, ability to use analytical skills to compare and evaluate and examine increasingly complex problems. Along with this has allowed me to identify my areas of opportunity in the future, such as university, Curry's PC World, which was my place of work, and my applications for placement roles for next year. However, along with this, I can identify threats that I may face in the future, such as COVID-19 with the introduction of more lockdowns, along with that remote learning, which has been lead to me unable to develop my skills like presentation and public speaking. Carrying on, this is my initial personal development plan, to which I created back in Easter based upon my self-assessments and SWOT analysis. In this slide, you can see my current benchmark for myself, which relates to my strengths and weaknesses, with my development needs being the majority of my main weaknesses. Along with that, in the middle column, it shows what employers are currently looking for in the graduate market, to which some have been placing my development needs too. My initial plan had 4 main areas of improvement, which to begin with, one of my personal outcomes is to be an all-round, more confident, clear-speaking individual who developed a greater understanding for the current business I work for alongside businesses I'm applying for in my placement year. Secondly, I will be focusing on my confidence within public speaking environments, which has declined during the year due to lockdowns. Along with this, I am wanting to improve my spelling and grammar through reading books and practice writing and handwriting, which relates to my subject of marketing instead of typing on a laptop. My final development plan is to grow on my resilience, which relates to the capacity to recover quickly from difficult situations through mental toughness while still being able to provide a high quality of work. In this slide, I will explain the relevancy of my personal development plan and why I chose them areas of improvement. To begin with, the reason for improvement in being commercially aware is that it's a high sought out skill from employers. However, it is most commonly overlooked by graduates, providing the recruiter with an idea that you care about who you're applying to. Secondly, confidence is of importance because it gives you the ability to not overthink situations and have a strong mindset when carrying out tasks out of your comfort zone. The success criteria for this will relate to my overall mental mindfulness and my feelings of the situation I'm in. Third of all, grammar is necessary because a sound-spoken person can captivate a group of people when discussing in groups, as people are interested in what you have to say. I will assess this with my interest into reading and my vocabulary expanding. My final development plan is to grow on my resilience, which relates to the capacity to recover quickly from difficult situations through mental toughness, which still being able to provide a high quality standard of work. To achieve this, I will be focusing on more on meditation, which provides positive mindfulness, helping me have control of my emotions during high emotional times. This mature mindset stands out to recruiters as they are wanting a professional in the workplace, not a student. My experience throughout the year. In this slide, I will be discussing my last year and what I have dealt with and how it has affected me. 2020 and 2021 has been a challenging year for my academics, along with my part-time job at Cragg PC World. Throughout the year, my university has been remote learning, which is in essence just teaching yourself university through a computer screen. It has been a massive challenge to overcome. However, I have achieved good grades in all of my exams, with my lowest score being 65. However, unlike first year, I have sadly not achieved a first so far, which is one of my biggest personal objectives for second year. Furthermore, with a year of lockdowns, it has given me time away from my part-time job at Cragg PC World. This has allowed me to look at myself and focus on me and see the ways in which I can improve my quality of life. I've done this through starting new sports, going on walks, meditation and learning to cook. When lockdown ended this year, I began working at Cragg PC World again as a part-time sales advisor for the computing department. This has allowed me to regain my confidence overall in clear speaking, selling techniques and persuasion. This role, since the start of university, has allowed me to develop and grow as an individual, to which I have been unable to do within university as it has been shut, and therefore have been unable to learn a lot of professional skills needed in the real business world. However, during the last 2 months I have really been struggling with working at Cragg due to the retail environment changing, difficult customers and long hours. I was working 30 plus hours a week and it was taking over my life and my time for studies. Therefore, I decided to keep high and try to reduce my hours. I carried on working until the start of June, to which I decided it was time to take a break and take a step back from such an intense retail environment. Since then, I had 2 weeks off before starting a new part-time job at Amazon warehouse, working much less hours along with having my entire weekends free now, which has enabled me to socialise with my friends more and spend more time on my studies, which has improved my mental well-being. Along with this, I have now officially decided, after spending 5 years of studying business through GCSEs, A-levels and university, to put my knowledge into a real-life project. Therefore, for this year, I am in the process of setting up an LTD company with multiple different branches of business. In this slide, I will be providing evidence of my development over the last couple of months. The highlighted words in the table are the areas in which I have focused my development on, which are persuasion, confidence and commercial awareness. Therefore, I established these through working at Currys again, as it put me back into a selling environment, allowing me to regain confidence and persuasion through selling techniques. While working there, it also improved my overall commercial awareness. Furthermore, to improve my spelling and grammar over the last couple of months, I've been reading a few different books, such as 1984 by George Orwell, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert T, and Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. My increase in reading has allowed me to develop my vocabulary and writing capabilities along with my business knowledge. Along with this, I try to spend 5 to 10 minutes meditating, pushing positive thoughts into my head, which has led me to become more grateful and living a more positive life. This has grown my mental toughness and resilience. My final slide is my personal development plan for the next 12 months. To begin with, one of my personal outcomes is to have created a full operating LTD business to which has allowed me to grow and develop my enterprise and entrepreneurial skills along with my interpersonal skills. This is my greatest personal objective as it hopefully will set me up for when I finish university and allows me to focus on being an entrepreneur. Secondly, I'll be focusing on task management, as over the last year I have lost the drive to be on top of my work and have seen myself leaving it to the last minute, causing myself unnecessary stress. Therefore, I will be focused on having a time schedule planned for each week to which I can follow and make sure work is completed ahead of time, especially for my final year as I am wanting to achieve a first overall in my degree. My final development plan is to improve on my leadership capabilities. This is because, as I do business management, I am aiming to become a business owner or a business manager one day, and therefore must have good quality leadership skills. This may be done by completing online courses in developing leadership skills, which will provide me with better qualifications for my CV and hopefully put me in a strong position for the end of university. Thank you for watching. Hope this is everything that you wanted to see.